Hi, I'm Noel. I'm a psychotherapist. Welcome to this video blog, this one is about looking at depression and shame. It's going to be a short video, really, to just sort of introduce you to the subject, and I guess it's quite important to be able to distinguish between the two. Many people carry around a sort of toxic feeling of regret about things that happened in the past, even when they had no responsibility for them, maybe things that happened when they were young children, for example. And that can lead to very flat or depressed feelings, and if you like, underneath that are feelings of sort of very painful feelings of shame. Shame is a particularly debilitating emotion to have. There's a reason for that. Mother Nature gives us shame to stop us from doing things that are harmful, seriously harmful to ourselves and other people. So in the appropriate context, feeling shame about stuff is an appropriate reaction. If we have actually committed a horrible crime, for example, to feel shame and remorse about that is a good thing. But many people carry around shame inappropriately for things that they had no control over, for example, for things that happened to them, or things that happened when they were not fully in control of themselves, for example. I think Bree Brown, sort of, you may have seen her on YouTube, etc. She's a great author in this field, and she talks about how shame blocks our ability to feel vulnerable, which is a fact, really. Vulnerability is the doorway into relationship with self and with others. The ability to feel comfortable with vulnerability. Shame really stops that from happening, and stops us from opening up to other people and to new experiences. It often stops us from making mistakes. And of course, if we can't allow ourselves to make mistakes, we can't learn, we can't grow, we can't develop. So this feeling of toxic shame, particularly if it's buried underneath feelings of depression, can be a seriously debilitating sort of experience in our lives. It's important to try and figure out what is actually going on and get some help around that. Shame can be processed in a safe relationship to another person. It has to be done by somebody that knows what they're doing, a professional in the area, really, so that you can reprocess it in relationship and move on from it, and maybe get an insight into your own functioning and understand when your shame responses are inappropriate, and you can sort of self-talk them away, and sort of, that internal self-talk, and say, well, this is not correct to the situation. I shouldn't feel shame about loving that person, for example, particularly if of certain times of abusive practices happened in your childhood around love. You may feel shame every time you feel love towards another person, which of course would be tragic. So learning about that, or gaining insight into oneself, to thine own self be true, as Shakespeare said, is really, really important. So understanding oneself, the triggers that are happening, and learning tools and resources to not react in the same way to those triggers if they're inappropriate to the situation. Just a quick insight there into some of the sort of psychological ways of thinking about depression, shame, relationship, insight, etc. I hope you found that useful. If you're interested in finding out more about some of these psychological insights and how we can move beyond them in relationship, in therapy, then do get in touch. My number is 07 506 319 745. That's 07 506 319 745. Or email me info@noelmcdermott.net. That's info@noelmcdermott.net. Thanks for dropping by. Hope this was useful. Do leave me some comments at the end just to let me know what you think about these videos. That helps me improve the service to you. All right, thanks very much. Bye-bye.